What is up, F and True followers and wrestling fans? You are watching the F and brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. My name is JC Styles, and I am back with the quick TNA Impact review for March 7, 2013. We start off the show. Austin Aries comes out, talks about the World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy, and calls Hardy out. He challenges Hardy to a match. Jeff Hardy comes out and accepts. We then see a great match. This match was pretty good all around until Matt Morgan had to stick his nose in it, hitting the carbon footprint on Jeff Hardy. Then that wasn't enough. He goes to wedge Jeff's head between his boot and the ring post, but Bully comes out to make the save. We then go to the backstage area where we see Sting motivating his troops for this coming Sunday's pay-per-view match against Ace and H in Lethal Lockdown. He then says that he's going to start off the show with a bang, and the next series of matches to follow, that the winners at the end of the show will get the one-man advantage in the Lethal Lockdown match this Sunday at Lockdown. We then see a video package of the incident when Kurt Angle pulled off the mask of the VP in the clubhouse last week at the closing moments of Impact. We didn't get to see who it was, but we find out later tonight who the VP was. We then see Kurt Angle coming inside and says that he's going to address this in the ring. We then see a video package from Wes Briscoe and the gut check and all the recent events that have happened over the last year leading to this point. We then see Wes Briscoe come out. We were expecting Kurt Angle. Wes comes out and talks about how his father and uncle trained Kurt Angle to become a professional wrestler in this business, and that he owes Wes's father and uncle more respect and owes it to his accomplishments in this business to Wes's uncle and father. Angle then comes out and says that I remember it differently, and as he comes out, these two brawl. Then D'Lo comes out, and along with Al Snow and some other referees to break up this fight. Angle is screaming, "It's him, it's him, it's him." Kurt Angle then goes to charge D'Lo. D'Lo hits a low blow, and then he grabs the mic and jumps out of the ring with Wes. He then gets on the mic and grabs the mask and says that I would like to thank you, Kurt, for bringing back my property. We then find out that D'Lo is a part of the Aces and Aces all along. In my mind, I honestly thought it was going to be Joseph Parks, but I didn't see D'Lo coming. I honestly thought it was going to be Joseph Parks with the reaction that Kurt Angle gave last week. We then see Devon pick up a win over Sting when a member of the crowd threw a beer in the face of Sting. Devon then takes Sting and threw him headfirst into the ring post that split him wide open. Then Devon hits his finisher, pins Sting for the 1-2-3. We then see Velvet and Gail backstage. Then we go into the gut check. We see Lady Tappa gets to go ahead in the ring with the judges later on tonight for her evaluation in the gut check challenge. We then move into Kaz. We go into a mixed six-man tag match. Kaz and Daniels with Gail Kim team up and picked up the win over Chavo Hernandez and Velvet Sky. Now, this was kind of a preview leading into their matches this coming Sunday. We will see a triple threat tag team championship match between Kaz and Daniels, Chavo and Hernandez, and Rude and Aries. And we will see the Knockouts Championship on the line when Velvet Sky defends the Knockouts Championship against Gail Kim. We then see Sting backstage throwing a fit, going ham and cheese on the steel stair with the Louisville Slugger baseball bat, the vintage black bat. Joe and Magnus say, "Don't worry, we got this. We got it. We're going to take care of it." We then see an AJ Styles update. They pull up to a bar, and AJ just grabs the cameraman and just throws him right back into his truck and say, "Go." Then during the next tag team matchup, we see a tweet from AJ Styles at the bottom of the screen saying that you want to show up to my home uninvited? Well, I'm showing up to Chicago next week uninvited. We then see Joe and Magnus pick up the win over Doc and Bischoff. This was a pretty good match. I really enjoyed it. I wish there was a little more to a lot of the matches tonight, but this was pretty good. We then see Sting backstage, and he's talking with EY and Storm. And he had to choose who was going to face Anderson in the main event. We then find out that Sting picked Storm, even though Eric Young said to Sting, "I want to show you that I've changed, that I've grown up," that I don't find it funny. I'm not playing games. They almost took the one thing that I love in this whole wide world, and that's wrestling, and they almost took it away from me. Give me the chance. And then Sting says EY is their wild card and that he has to go with Storm for this match. We then see Gut Check. Lady Tappa faces the judges. Danny Davis from OVW says yes. We then see Bruce Pritchard say no. And then Bruce Pritchard, before he gives his vote, he talks briefly about Paul Bearer, Bill Woodley, Percy Pringle, Percy Percival. He was known by so many different names. I know a lot of you really want me to sit down and do a video about my thoughts on Paul Bearer's passing. Honestly, I wouldn't know really where to start with that. So I don't know if that's going to be a video that I'm going to be sitting down to do. I know Brian has plans to sit down and do something along the lines, and I'll probably sit down with him and then just give my quick thoughts then if we do get a chance to sit down. But my thoughts is it's a shame that he passed away. I was really hoping that we might have had a chance to see him at WrestleMania this year. And I know that he's up there with his wife. I know that his wife had passed away years ago. And, you know, we'll miss him. Paul, you were a great manager. You gave us some really great memories, and we want to say thank you. We then see Al Snow say yes, and Tappa goes through to the Gut Check finals. She wins and gets a contract with TNA. Robbie E then gets on the mic and says that he is, backstage, he is going to beat Robbie T because you can't get one over on a bro, on the head bro. And basically just running his mouth off, which I really like because, you know, Robbie E has really good mic skills when he really wants to. We then go into Anderson picking up the win over Storm, which gives the Aces and Eights the one-man up advantage going into Lethal Lockdown. Now, Lethal Lockdown is, for those of you that don't know, is a 5-on-5 match. Once all 10 competitors get into the match, the cage ceiling lowers down, and there's weapons hanging above this cage in the ceiling. Now, it's almost similar to War Games, but, you know, one ring. Now, every few minutes, Superstar will enter, and a pinfall and submission cannot occur until all participating members have entered the ring. And now, say if Sting comes out first, then they have the Aces and Eights. Automatically, the Aces and Eights are going to get the one-up on Sting right off the bat. We then, the win came when Aces and Eights and Team TNA came out with a brawl and caused a distraction, which led to Anderson hitting the mic check on Storm for the win. We then come back from commercial, and we see Bully Ray and Hardy talking in the ring, and they say Bully says to Hardy that I respect you for battling back from all your personal demons, and that I've never said this to you, but can't be any prouder of you than I am right now. He then says that over the years and all the accomplishments that he's had in the tag team and singles career, that Bully has never been proud of himself that he is right now, that he is getting a chance to wrestle his former friend, his friend, Jeff Hardy, for the TNA World title. Excuse me. I had to think about it for a second. These guys are great friends. They've had great wars over the years in tag team wrestling and in singles competition. And as we got ready to see Hogan come out, and he gives his stamp of approval and says that he will be more than happy to walk down to the ring this Sunday and congratulate the winner. And then just as we're getting ready to close out, Aces and Eights jump in, Team TNA jumps in, and there's a big brawl like last week to end the show. Now, guys, please leave your comments in the comment box below and let me know your thoughts and your opinions on what you thought of tonight's Impact review and what you guys thought of the show. We now know who the VP is, and that is D'Lo Brown. And, guys, leave your comments on that. For the Efren brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, my name is JC Styles, and I'll catch you later.